everyone, this is Kripa Anand and I'd like to warmly welcome you to the ASUS Business Summit 2026. Today's event brings together innovators, industry leaders, business partners, all together to discuss the future of AI workforce and what technology could mean for the way we work and grow. Joining me today is someone who is leading a major part of that conversation. Please welcome Shawn Chang, General Manager, ASUS System Business Group for North America. Shawn, welcome. How are you doing today?
Very good. Thank you very much.
Now, Shawn, to begin the conversation, I'd love for you to explain to our audience, what does the ASUS Business Summit mean for ASUS's stage of innovation and growth right now?
Actually, ASUS has been very well known on the consumer side, on the gaming side. Relatively, we have a less awareness on the commercial side.
Right.
And that's the reason why we would like to hold this summit, basically to showcase our latest technology, our focus on the different commercial sectors. For example, education, public sector, private sector, enterprise, or the new AI technology. We want to leverage this event to showcase our latest technology to our partners. Also, we would like to have several meetings with our partners as well in this area. So that's basically it's like a carnival for our commercial business in Canada. And this has been the third times already, if I'm right, third times already in the history. And I'm glad to see more and more partners coming.
Loved your insights there, Shawn. Today's majority of the conversation is focused around AI-powered business solutions, right? So from that perspective, what do you think small and medium-sized businesses should be focusing on right now, which they are not? So what's your take on that?
AI has been a very popular topic recently in the latest 2-3 years. And everybody talking about AI can help us to enhance a lot of productivities. If you refer for a small and medium-sized business, I think AI do help a lot. For example, like your daily meetings, AI can help to summarize the meeting minutes, for example, and then record all the meetings, have some summaries, and also sometimes also for the different language barriers. AI can help on translation, also to do some transcription. These kind of things will be very helpful for the daily life of the small or medium-sized business workers. But if you look at AI, actually it's quite powerful and productivity, create a lot of productivities. But the major concern is sometimes people are worried about the for example, securities, privacies, these kind of issues. And ASUS AI actually focus a lot because, as you may know, we are the client providers. You know, we produce a lot of different devices. So basically, we focus on clients. And when we focus on clients, I think the ASUS approach is a little bit different on those cloud AI approach. We focus a lot on the edge AI, the AI models, in the client devices. So by leveraging our expert book, we actually also offering those functions through our apps. For example, like My Expert or Expert Meet, those apps creates a lot. We can also doing those kind of, like I mentioned before, the minutes summaries, transcription, translation, those kind of things. But the most important thing is 100% secured because it's edge AI. So you don't need to connect to internet. You don't need to send your file to the any cloud providers, and you can still have those AI productivities. The other thing is those AI models is including in the whole device packages. So no matter what kind of expert book devices or expert series devices, we actually provide those AI models in the device. So it's a comprehensive overall packages. Yeah.
Firstly, I love how you've articulated that. I think where ASUS is headed right now with artificial intelligence, it is just remarkable. Now, Shawn, one thing that I found particularly interesting in ASUS One PC philosophy is that it's bringing innovation from gaming, creator, and consumer technology into business devices. So why is that approach important in today's market, specifically for B2B?
this is a very, I would say we have this philosophy or idea from our history. Because as you may know, ASUS is from the component products. We start from the motherboard devices, and we start from the those graphic card motherboard. This kind of, we call it a component industry. So, and the other thing is we are few of the technology companies focus, especially for the client devices. We have a lot of R&D engineer in house. At this moment, we have more than 5,500 R&D engineer in house, developing all the different products.
Wow.
So that's the reason why we call it One PC philosophy. It means we cannot leverage what we have. For example, the motherboard devices, the very important thing is we need to have the latest, we need to support the latest platform in the market. We need to have very stable, because all of these motherboard may use on the different applications, different client device in enterprise, in even in labs, in in a lot of places. So the quality and the stability is very important. So we learn also from those components, and then we actually contribute into the currently the B2B, the commercial products. And for example, gaming sounds a little bit far away from commercial.
Right.
However, for gaming devices, we pursue for great performance. We always adapt the latest technology in the gaming devices. But all of this actually can help as well the commercial, different commercial scenarios. Yeah, I think all the commercials, no matter the latest AI or the traditional productivity scenario, we all need to have very good performance devices. So actually, that's the reason why we believe, although we are relatively new in this commercial field, but all of what we have internally and also experience, knowledge from our history can actually consolidate and provide the best, let's say, experience for our commercial partner or commercial client. Yeah.
Shawn, great insights there. So if I were to ask you your favorite thing about the ASUS One PC, what would you say and why?
The devices is actually our latest flagship commercial laptop, ExpertBook Ultra. This is actually my current favorite devices. And the reason why we call them Ultra, because we do believe this is the industrial flagship. And why is that? Because if you look at the devices, first of all, it's coming with the best panel, best display in the market.
Okay.
We leverage our learning from the mobile phone industry and also for the gaming industry. We put the OLED device, 3K resolution OLED, the very high resolution OLED in that device. It's coming with the VRR, the variable refresh rate. So it's actually depends on the usage of the users, it adjusts the refresh rate. So if you want to have a better performance, you can have a high refresh rate to have a better watching experience, seeing experience. But if you want to save the power, it can lower the refresh rate.
Okay. So you have that option to choose.
Exactly. So it's either for the very good display experience and also with good power saving experience as well. So this is one of the things we actually learning from the gaming industry, also from the mobile phone industry. And if you look at the device, it's super light. It's 1 kilogram. Yeah, and 1 kilogram means we spend a lot of time to guarantee it's light, but with good battery life. So the battery inside is actually quite big. We have a 26 hours battery life there because we need to make sure it's super light, but also long lasting for the computing power. So we actually trying to shrink to decrease the size of the motherboard, but enlarge the battery. And this is what we learned from the mobile phone industry. Because for mobile phone, battery life is super important. So we trying to cut the size of the motherboard which means a lot of RDA for layer, and enlarge the battery to guarantee the long-lasting battery life in this tiny, lightweight laptop. So a lot of technology inside, to be honest. So that's my favorite device. Yeah.
Wow. I think now it's not just yours, it's going to be everyone's favorite device out there. And I was talking to the ASUS team earlier as well. And one thing that they mentioned is one part is looking for longer battery life, one part is looking for a higher processor, right? ASUS is being the best in every single part,
Yes.
right? The battery life that you mentioned, 26 hours, I think it is an incredible thing to achieve. So congratulations and kudos to the entire team for that. Now, Shawn, Canada is, becoming a very technology forward, and it's a very concentrated entrepreneurial market, right? Why do you think ASUS's focus is so important on Canada right now in the entire North America and also globally?
First of all, I think you are right. Canada is one of our very important and focused country globally.
Yeah.
And the reason behind is quite simple. First of all, I'm very I appreciate very much about the Canadian our customer support in our Canadian consumers support on our brand. We actually got a very good market share and also very good awareness and support from the Canadian consumer market, especially on the ROG brands.
Yeah.
So, and that's the reason why we believe by leveraging our success in the consumer market, we are able to leverage it to the commercial market, and that's the reason why we would like to invest and focus on the Canadian market. And the other thing is regarding the early technology adapting rate in
Exactly.
Canadian market, because as you may know, Canadian is very focused on those technology things. So we also figure out the early adapting rate in the Canadian markets is super high, which means as a technology innovation brand like ASUS, we do believe we can win the trust from our Canadian commercial partners as well, or clients as well. So that's the reason why we actually put Canadian as a first mover market of ASUS commercial brand in the world. Yeah.
Again, very well articulated, Shawn. I think it's the love of Canadians for ASUS as well that is, helping you guys grow in your journey here in Canada. Let's do a little time travel now. Imagine if I were to give you a time machine right now. And I've asked this question to another representative from ASUS as well. So let's see where your vision will go. Okay. So imagine in that time machine, we're traveling 5 or 10 years, When you get out of that time capsule, how exactly do you envision ASUS taking over Canada, North America, and eventually the entire globe?
I think 5 to 10 years can be pretty long, especially on this dynamic market. Following by our conversation on the previous questions regarding the One PC philosophy, or what can we bring for the Canadian market. All right, like we mentioned before, in Canadian market, we are already in leading brand on the consumers. We do believe in the 5 or 10 years later, we can have the same success in the commercial world as well, to be the leading brand in the commercial. Yeah, no matter in which kind of vertical categories. Yeah.
Definitely, I think I'd agree with you that ASUS is leading in consumer and gaming, and now you guys are on your way to becoming #1 in business as well. So great to know that, Shawn. I'm loving this conversation, but I know we have the ASUS Business Summit today. We're not in our usual podcast setting, so I'll let him go. But before we let him go, Shawn, as the general manager of ASUS, representing North America, what is the thing that excites you personally the most about technology and, how ASUS is kind of playing with it?
I've been with ASUS for more than 23 years. And then I serve in my career from different business angles. I had a lot of experience. I had a long experience in Europe as a sales team.
Okay.
So also I moved back to Taipei and working in the headquarters for the products. I actually grow together with ASUS, so I see a lot of innovations happening in our HQ, happening in the market. Especially when I was in the HQ, I work with engineers, and they work day and night to focus on some tiny but important technology breakthroughs. So we are always look at how can we make the performance better, how can we have more stable products, how can we have lighter products, how can we keep a battery longer. So what I really appreciate and most excited to see is all of these products actually now in the North American market, and it's helping our customers, our clients to win their business, for example, to support their business. And this is the most excited things I see, because all of our engineers' efforts day and night in our headquarters now become the contribute to our customer success.
I think you've answered that beautifully well, and it kind of justifies everything that you're doing right now. All right, so we're going to let him go, but before we let him go, if you were to give one word to the ASUS Business Summit 2026, what is that dedicated word from your end?
Together with success.
Wow, that is amazing. All right, so we'll wrap up, but be and stay tuned for the B-rolls ahead. Thank you so much.